So it's really about a consciousness. It's about a way of thinking and believing. I could also relate my story. Many of you know it. I grew up in a series of foster homes and an orphanage until I was 10. Um, Worked for everything I ever had. Um, had many different kinds of jobs, like delivering milk on a milk truck, or delivering pizzas, or working in a grocery store, or delivering newspapers, or shoveling snow, or emptying coal bins, or whatever it was. I don't come to you from royalty. I come to you from a very simple place in life. But there's always been something inside of me that I've been willing to listen to. And when you're willing to listen to that inner calling, that inner voice that speaks to you, there's certain things that you have to do. And it no longer becomes, it doesn't even become a choice. I know that most of you sitting here in this room and those of you watching around the world um, think that you decided to be here today and this weekend. Um, but you almost have to come to an awareness of who you are. Um, and to recognize that who you are is not this body that you're in. It's not this resume that you have accumulated and all of the things that you've accomplished up until now in your life. Um, who you are is an infinite piece of infinite consciousness, a piece of God. You share the same energy with. I always like to have this. My assistant Deeb asked me if I wanted to bring this over, and it's like it always reminds me of what the great poet Mevlana Jalaluddin Rumi, the famous Persian poet from the 13th century. He said, "What was said to the rose that made it open was said to me here in my chest when I met you." And he was speaking about God. That there is something invisible that is formless, that is beginningless and endless, that is infinite, that allows this rose to be a rose, and it decides when it will open and when it will close. And that intelligence is the same thing that is growing your fingernails. I mean, look at your fingernails and ask them to stop growing tonight. Tell them that you're tired of having to cut those fingernails and the cuticles and all of that. It's just things around it. You're just tired of that. And here you walk around with these 10 things on the end of your fingers, and you have absolutely no control over it whatsoever. It is doing what it is doing. Lao Tzu said in the Tao Te Ching that you're not doing anything. You're just being done. And when it comes to your physical bodies, you all have an awareness of that truth. That I know because I look at this body and I have a picture. I live right next door, and I have a picture on the wall of me when I was in my 20s, and I can't find one cell that was in that body. And I really thought that's who I was. 50 years ago, that's who I thought I was. And now I look at a picture of myself and I think, well, okay, now I know this is who I am. So I finally got that down. This is who I am. And then tomorrow I'll be in a different body. And again the next day. And in fact, in the next minute. So my teacher said to me when we asked the question, what is real? What is real, Master? What is real? Said, that is real, which never changes. Everything that is changing can't fit under the definition of real, because as soon as you get a hold of it, it's something else. So you never get to see what it is. But there is something that is eternal. And what that thing is what we name it. Philosophers have been debating it for as long as long as there have been people to debate, and we have many names for it. We can call it Brahman, which is a lot of people believe that it's just Brahman. That's everywhere. There's no place that it is not. It opens the roses, keeps the planets in alignment, beats our hearts, digests our food. The opening line of the Tao Te Ching says that the Tao, Tao, the Tao that can be named is not the Tao. As soon as you put a name on it, you've lost it. Because now you've got two things. You got the thing and you got the name. And infinite consciousness or God or spirit or divine mind, whatever you want to call it, or Ra or whatever it is, can't be put into a box. It can't be labeled. You can't find it. There's something inside of you. We'll just call it the soul, but because we call this writing from the soul. But even that name is meaningless. It's that invisible, infinite intelligence that allows you to be. I've been speaking a lot about this in the last year or so because I'm being guided. I'm being guided right now, even in the words that I'm saying to you right now. Rumi said that when you are born, a ladder is placed before you to help you to escape from this world. To understand what Jesus meant when he said, you are in this world. You are all in this world, but you are not of this world. Such a conflict, such a disparity, isn't it? It's like, I'm in the world, but I'm not of this world. And there's something inside. And even inside doesn't work because inside implies that there's an outside. And now you got two-ness again. We're looking to get to the place where where you get rid of all of the opposites, where there's only oneness. You'll experience it when you leave this body. That Anita Moorjani, one of my dear friends, a writer who is now writing and very famous, has written a book called Dying to Be Me. If you haven't read it, I urge you to read it. And and she speaks of having this internal awareness of the light that we are inside of ourselves, this light that is there. And that light, that inner light, has called you here to this weekend. I know you think you got here because you sat down and you saved your money and you got on a plane and flew here and you decided to stay in the hotel and you went back and forth over, can I afford this or can I not? And I don't know if I have enough time. And all the endless kinds of things that you debated over and over again. Meantime, if you'd have just shut up, if you'd have just turned it off, you're here. You couldn't not be here. And like we call this in the recovery movement, letting go, just letting go and letting God. And that's how you write from the soul. You let go of this constant inner dialogue, this chatter, this belief that who I am is what I own, or what I accomplish, or how much money I'm going to make, or what other people think of me, or what I accomplish. And you let go of that, and you listen to something else. You listen to what's growing your fingernails. That you can't stop it.